Welcome to another Helldivers 2 tips video. As usual, with real-life fun fact intermezzos from an intensive care unit nurse. Today, we charge up the Purifier. My name is Phacil. Let's get in there. Let's start off with a generic tip. Tip number 1. Minimize your overkill. In any video game that involves killing stuff, you don't want to deal more damage to an enemy than is absolutely necessary. Unless it involves some sort of reward mechanic for it, like healing your overkill damage for example. The reason why is that every little bit of damage that you go over an enemy's health pool is essentially wasted. That's ammo wasted, but more importantly, it might even be time wasted, which is a much bigger problem. A gun like the Purifier is phenomenal for that reason alone, since you can theoretically charge it up to exactly the amount of damage you need for a kill. Now granted, theory and practice don't always line up, but still, minimize your overkill. Tip number 2. Mix charging and tapping with the Purifier. Since we're on the topic of minimizing overkill, a great way to do that with the Purifier is by combining your charge up shots with your no charge shots, or tap shots we'll call them. Imagine an enemy with 20 HP. Let's say charging up a shot does 9 damage. A tap shot does 1 damage. Dealing 9 damage is then translated to 1 charge up shots or 9 tap shots. Since we have to deal 20 damage, that's either 3 charge shots for a kill or 20 tap shots. The best route here, of course, is 2 charge shots for 18 damage, then 2 tap shots for the remaining 2. The best example I can give for this right now is a Hive Guard. It takes 2 charge shots to kill it, or 1 charge shot to the face and a single tap shot, again to the face. If you get good enough, you can even shoot the tap shot as the charge shot is still flying, making it so it seems that Hive Guards are dying to just 1 charge shot. Perhaps that was a lot of info to remember, so I'd like to indirectly help out with that with today's fun fact theme. Memorization. Let's do something simple and try to memorize someone's name. Fun fact number 1. Properly introduce yourself. If you have trouble remembering names, here's a neat trick for you. The next time you meet someone, it might go something like this. Hey there, my name is Frank. Hi, I'm Phacil. That's the wrong way to do that. Instead, it should go like this. Hey there, my name is Frank. Hi Frank, my name is Phacil. See, repetition is king, especially when it comes to consolidation of memory, which is fancy speak for remembering things is easier when you repeat them. So when you hear their name, repeat it back to them, without being weird about it, of course. Tip number 3. Always charge up for long range. When shooting faraway enemies with the Purifier, I recommend only charging up your shots. It simply does a lot more damage, and it fully negates the Purifier's biggest weakness, which in my opinion is its ammo capacity. Being able to shoot at a ridiculous fire rate is great, but not so great when you realize how fast you run out of ammo. So since you have the time to shoot, since nothing is in your face, you may as well output maximum damage per bullet. Add to that, the explosive radius the bullet gets when charged makes it so your aim does not have to be as accurate, and you have even more reason to simply charge up your shots when killing things far away. Tip number 4. Memorize health pools. This tip is for the min-maxers out there. As mentioned with the Hive Guard, it takes 1 charge shot and 1 tap shot to kill a Hive Guard, if you hit it in the face that is. Now realizing that, it does lead us to an uncomfortable conclusion. Namely, we're gonna have to memorize a lot of health pools. At least, if we want to use this gun to its fullest potential. Now although I don't recommend this for everyone, if you enjoy the Purifier, then you probably should start remembering how many charge shots an enemy takes. Then reduce that number by 1 and start counting the amount of tap shots needed after having landed your charge shots. Honestly, you might even have to calculate how far you have to half charge the last shot for a perfect kill, since a half charge shot might be faster than 3 taps for example. Just in the complexity of this explanation, I feel like this gun has nailed the concept of a high skill cap. This gun deserves a spreadsheet of its own would be my guess. Fun fact number 2. Mark the forehead. After you've repeated someone's name to help remember it, try to visualize yourself writing their name on their forehead. Mentally, of course. I will not be held accountable for those of you walking around with permanent markers. Thank you. By mentally writing their name on their forehead, you've added it to a second sense, your vision. Theoretically, making the memorization of their name even easier. If you're enjoying this mix of in-game tips and real-life tricks, a like and a sub would be memorable. Thank you for your support. Tip number 5. Aim your charge shots under chargers. A tip for everyone again, not just min-maxers. Aim your charge shots under chargers. More specifically, aim under their sack. The explosion is big enough to reach it when you hit the ground beneath their sack. 3 charge shots to the sack makes it explode, after which the charger will bleed out and die. I'm just not going to comment on how strong that really is. Fun fact number 3. Reference the name. Did you just meet someone called Olivia? Great! Right as you finish writing her name on her forehead, after having repeated her name back to her while you introduced yourself, envision her as an actual walking olive. Weird? Definitely. Effective? You have no idea. Alternatively, someone called Frank could work at a bank. Jake likes cake, and Craig likes to pull your leg. This concept is called mnemonics. Fun to Google if you enjoy training your memory. Now you may be wondering, why the heck should I care so much about memorizing someone's name? Simple. Or maybe really complicated, but you judge. See, Olivia will feel more comfortable around you since you put in the effort to remember her name. So your very presence now becomes calming, on the basis of the simple fact that you acknowledged her. Just about everyone wants to be acknowledged, and just about no one knows what that looks like in practice. I often mention, and probably will mention here on YouTube, I believe we've gotten far too good at overcomplicating life. Memorizing someone's name is undeniable acknowledgement that they exist, which may seem very small, but can literally prevent suicide. So even if they don't like you, they have to accept that at the very least, you took the time to memorize their name. It in turn instantly breeds trust, one of the hardest things to ask for from another human being. If you ask me, the greatest things in life we can achieve by just doing the tiny stuff, consistently, vigorously. So if you don't know where to start to make a dent in this world's facade, start by remembering someone's name. You're more than welcome to skip mine, of course. My name is Phacil. Be well, and take care.